How can I explain to my roommate that I did not hypnotize his girlfriend while she was on acid?
Too long did not read. Roommate's girlfriend and I took acid alone. Read on to see how that's not as sketch as it sounds. And during the mild trip she engaged in exhibitionist behavior. Later, she told my roommate that I suggested this behavior to her. Required information. Me, 22M. Roommate, abbreviated R, 21M. Roommate's girlfriend, abbreviated RG, 21F. All of us, same university. R and I, friends from a class 1 year ago, toking buddies. R and RG, high school couple, ancient basically.
Helpful context re-acid. Hypnotizing people on acid is not a thing. Me and RG, separately, have taken acid tens of times in a variety of contexts, so both of us know this fact well.
She's a frequent ravegoer and fluent in acid, molly, amphetamines, dissociatives, etc. Plus, the amount we took, 80 UG, is much closer to, had 3 beers, than, losing grip on reality, though it can make things awkward. Situation. The 3 of us, me, R, and RG, all had plans to take acid on an open Saturday. We all skipped breakfast. RG came over, we measured out the doses, and took it together after a toast. Except that R didn't take it when we toasted. He hesitated. I told him it was chill if he'd rather sit it out and keep company, and we discussed his hesitations for a bit. During that conversation, his phone rang, which was odd because moments earlier we agreed to put on our phones on silence. Not smart to answer phone calls while tripping. On the other end of the call was a mutual friend inviting R out to drinks. And he went. I was in utter disbelief listening to his side of convo. Him saying, "No, I'm not busy. Yeah, I'll be there." Like, bro, what? So that's how I ended up tripping alone with his girlfriend in our apartment. I already found her company a bit awkward. Conversation between us seems to go on for 2 to 3 lines of exchange max, then peter out. Tripping amplified that x5. After we came up, I asked her how she was doing 3 times. Thinking it had been longer between each time I asked than it actually had. To her it seemed like I was asking incessantly. And she said, "I'm annoyed by you asking that, but I can see you are very concerned about me." There was a brief moment of what felt like genuine connection, and she relaxed. Too much. She was like saying it was hot and did I mind if she stripped down to more comfortable amount of layers? At that time, she was wearing a hoodie, so I thought she meant taking that off, and I didn't know why I would mind that, so I said make yourself comfortable. So she strips down to underwear and bra? After that I DK what to do or say, and end up just ruminating in my head for 2 hours about how my roommate would react if he suddenly came home and I had to explain. Which of course he eventually did, late at night. We were just shy of sober by then, but she still hadn't redressed, though we had gone to separate rooms. From my room I overhear him react strongly to her state of dress. What's, why's, and when's. This is when she delivers to him the idea that I encouraged her to strip while she was in a suggestible state. State of affairs. For the past 2 days, R spent most of his time at RG's place, and regards me with disgust when he's home. I miss my toking buddy, and I can understand that from his perspective, not knowing anything about these drugs and hearing one account from RG, this response is totally fair. In his shoes I'd DK if I'd act any different. Question. How can I handle this best? I've been careful not to press too hard. I just told him that's not what happened but could tell he didn't want me to elaborate, but we share mutual friends. Most of this is probably just out of my control, but I'm happy to receive any well-intended advice. She got in trouble with her BF, and threw you under the bus to cover her ass. Just stand by the truth, be straight up with him. It's not that serious. Hopefully it'll blow over but you might not ever get through to him. I did probably 50+ psychedelic trips, a lot of that being acid, when I was younger, and people in mixed company stripping down because it feels more comfortable right now, is basically the most normal thing ever. It's pretty much never anything sexual. It's like being naked in the gym locker room with a "we're all just humans here, who cares who sees who, as long as you don't stare weirdly" fellowship in a "I think I can trust this person not to do anything weird" way. People just tend to feel like getting naked or semi-nude while tripping balls just isn't a big deal when everyone's dealing with the same intense tripping experience. Bro, you're a whole predator. I don't believe you. Dude, they've been watching too much Baby Reindeer.
That's why you don't pay with your friend's girl. Her boyfriend is dented beyond belief, especially leaving your precious, high school sweetheart in an altered state of consciousness when you could be taking care of her, sharing the experience. You already agreed to participate to go drink with friends.
Should have voiced hesitation before everyone else got started, but leaving your girlfriend like that is awful.
Tell him straight up the insinuation is outright evil, and that coloring you in that way is unjustified and uncalled for.
I would try to get away from these freaks at your soonest convenience.
Just tell him the truth and that you were just as surprised as he was when she started stripping. It's not like you planned it or encouraged it, and it's not like you could have stopped her if she was already in that state of mind.
Clear communication and honesty can help alleviate the tension and hopefully repair your friendship. And next time, make sure to have clear boundaries and communication before taking any mind-altering substances.
If it helps, there's a lot of conjecture over whether hypnosis actually works.